slice pass. All these passes are pretty interchangeable between some positions, but we're going to talk about the knee slice specifically since we have a tournament coming up, and since we're talking about knee slice. So we're in a knee slice position. Optimal position is not to be tall. You want to be compact and hoarding. You want to be hoarding the hips. So you want to be all over the hips so that they can't move. It's going to be very, very important to keep this hook here as tight as possible because it's actually going to lock you into this position that much more. In order to keep position a lot better, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop my hip on his hip. So I'm pretty much sitting on him. I got to make sure not to lean too far back because he can push me, and not too far forward because they'll be able to buck you off. Okay. So the other little tidbit here is the hand that was on the hip when you came through. That is going to stay on the hip with the elbow on the inside of the leg. We have to make sure that our bodies are lower than their knee is going to be. So if Derek decides to bring his knee up to try and push over my head, he cannot because I am lower than his knee. If I decide to pop up, it's actually easier for him to come over and start to reestablish a guard. So I have to stay nice and low. Okay? And getting back to this hook here, the reason why we keep the hook is that if Derek decides to start to shrimp away, he's actually going to carry me with him. If he decides to shrimp into me, he's going to carry me with him the whole time. So as much as this is a pass, this is a control maneuver as well. And when I'm in this position, I can take all the time in the world. You can actually slow down the pace from here. So as soon as you get this position here, we're going to start to complete our smash pass. Okay. So smash pass means that you're basically going to smother their upper body. One arm is going to go underneath the head. The other arm is going to be sliding underneath the armpit. Okay, it doesn't really matter which order you do it, as long as you get it nice and tight. So take the arm, both arms come underneath the head and arm, and I gable grip. So that means one hand over another, squeezing the fingers together. From this position, I'm going to pull Derek towards me and twist his spine. Okay? That brings him closer to me, allows me to put more head pressure into his shoulder and more shoulder pressure into his chin. Okay, so I start to push shoulder pressure, head pressure into the shoulder, and I start to lean forward on his head. This obviously makes things very difficult for him, very uncomfortable. Also takes a lot of weight off my back leg, so that I can take my back leg and slide it down his leg. As soon as it passes, then I bring it through, and I start to walk back towards the hip. Walk back, until I can turn him, and then I gain a good position here. Nice and strong. The reason why we slide it away from the body is that if Derek just so happens to get a hand in front of it, and a lot of old school, it'll be pulling through. So he'll be pulling through this way, but if he's pushing on my hip, I'm not able to. Vice versa, if he's pushing on my hip and my leg, and I slide it away from him, keep pushing there, then he's actually helping me pass his guard. So, for this position, under over pull, shoulder pressure, head pressure, and I slide the leg along his leg, making sure to keep my knee on the ground and my toes. As soon as I pass the leg, it comes through here. I start to walk back. As soon as his hips turn, I come through to a good solid cross-side position. Okay, so let's finish the pass from the Del Hero, okay? Let's go.